And I guess we're back with the house in Fata Morgana, or Requiem for Innocence. When we last left off, we're in Morgana's perspective now. She met Mal, and she's about to meet Yukimasa. Presumably. Like, it's gotta be Yukimasa, come on now. Gloomy day after gloomy day passed, and then I received a new visitor. I asked them their business from behind the door. They hesitated for a few moments before responding. My instincts told me that whoever it wasn't the noble boy. So I waited, perplexed and slightly on edge, for them to say something. When they finally did, I was left aghast at what I heard. Are you the witch with the miracle blood? No. Ah! Why did he sound like the man which slaughtered the slaves in the carriage, laughing all the while? What was he doing at my cottage? That he had wandered off somewhere, never to be seen again. Can we stop the sound effects? That he was out of my life for good. Why? Why did he call me a witch? How did he know my blood had powers? Had Mel told him? Maybe his talkative little sister gone running around babbling about it. I should have been clearer with them. Made absolutely certain they knew to keep their mouths shut. Please leave. Took all my strength to get those 2 words without my voice shaking. Could hear the screams from 4 years ago, echoing in my mind. Could see the limbs flying, the blood pooling at my feet. My heart was pounding so hard I could feel it pulsing in my ears. Please stay away from my home. During all that time I'd spent forgetting about everything, closing myself off, finally finding peace. Why did this monster, who reminded me only of senseless violence and death, have to come back into my world? So there is one thing I haven't mentioned up. Bad time to bring it up. But like, how did Morgana stay sane being basically isolated for 4 years? Like, people go insane being isolated for like a week, don't they? Like, sure, she got someone knocking on her door every couple of days, but that hardly counts, right? What does she do? Count herbs? Oh, I just finished counting them. I guess I'll count them again. The 200th time today. I don't know. Why did this monster, who reminded me of only senseless violence and death, have to come back into my world? Never wanted to go through anything like that again. I'm in need of your blood. Could you not spare a little? I have nothing to spare for a man like you. My blood is only for the sick and needy. So please, go away. Stay away from me. I'm begging you. Get away from this place. You're a murderer. Want nothing to do with you. So please, just go away. As you say. Is he gone? Oh, thank heavens. My eyes feel like they're burning. No, Morgana, you have to be strong. You cannot let this get to you. Be strong. You have nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. No, stop. Fight it back. Look, I'm not... That's the most you're getting out of me. You don't want to hear me say wah. I can't do the crying sound effects, I'm sorry. I swore never to cry again, but the moment fear released its grip on me, everything that had built up came pouring out in a hot stream. Tears soaked my face. I wiped and still my hands came back wet. But each passing second, I felt myself reverting into an ordinary, helpless little girl. No. That's what I had always been. Wait, hold on. How much hard drive space do I have left? Less than a gigabyte. Recorded videos, carrot cake, no, we need that. I could delete that. I'm gonna hang on to that for a little while. Could delete those. No. There's nothing left to delete. Recycle bin, you're already emptied. Recycle bin, you betrayed me. Yet again. Shh. I can delete this. Okay. To delete that, I have like almost 3 gigs now. I can also delete this, right? It's the same thing, okay? And I have 5 gigs now, or 6, almost 6. Okay, perfect. That's plenty for me. That's what I'd always been. My whole life I'd just been putting on airs. When in reality, wasn't even strong enough to withstand a little fright. Oh, Forsaken 2. It's two, like, 2 eyes. You know, Roman numerals. Even with the Horde man gone, I couldn't rest easy. I forget what Forsaken 1 was. I couldn't be sure if he was gone for good. Maybe he was just waiting for a more opportune moment to target me again. The following day, I took a brief walk with the noble boy, but I couldn't bring myself to talk to him about what had happened. With how much distance he was keeping between us, I didn't be willing to do anything to help. For 3 days and 3 nights, I shook in terror, thinking, considering, speculating, wondering. Hardly getting a wink of sleep. I was too anxious to sit still, so I paced in circles around the chair of the fireplace. It's too soon to be sure I'm safe. Can't go outside unless I absolutely must. Not even just to get water from the lake. He could be waiting in the shadows to take my life. I'm not safe here anymore. I shouldn't have said anything about my powers. It only ever brought me trouble. I should probably find somewhere else to live. But where? How far could I even go on my own? You'd be out there waiting for me to open the door. I'll need help. Don't be a fool. No one's going to help me. The boy barely even wants to talk to me anymore. All I wanted was a quiet life. Kira? Was it Yoshikage? Is it him? Did he return? Calm yourself. He knocks harder than that. It's not him. Who's there? It's me. And only me. It is only I, Mel. No one else is behind this door. His sister needs more of my blood. I'm not here about Nelly today. I'm sorry for being so distant lately. What? I want to talk things over. He's finally reconsidered. If he can treat me like a friend again, then maybe I could ask him. I want to talk to you too. Surprise! It's your birthday, right? I opened the door without a second thought. I let my guard drop. Because in my mind, the flaxen-haired boy briefly took the place of the slave man from the brothel. The man who had saved me from the terrible lord offered me his hand, guided me into the light. Here it was again, to set me free. Take me away from this place. Take me somewhere new. Pull me out of the darkest depths of despair. And here it was again, taking my hand. Or should I say my arm? Wink, wink. Ready to offer me his hand. I mean, I shouldn't be joking around here, but I can't help it. Glimmer of hope to cast away the shadows. So I reached out to take it, and my arm went tumbling to the ground. My hope following not far behind. But, my arm? Please, please, please. I can't read all this. Take it. Oh, that's your share. Should last you long enough. What do you mean take it? Take it? What do you mean take my arm? Why are you taking? How could you betray me like that? How could you? I opened the door. You said you wanted to talk. So what is this man doing here? Why are you bringing me here? How could you do this to me? What did you mean your share? What is it just easier for you to take the whole arm than coming back and asking me to help? What is this? What I thought? I thought you were a good person. I thought you were a good person. I trust you. I believed in you. I opened the door for you because I thought you were. I wanted to talk. I trusted you. I trusted you. I trusted you. I thought you were a good person. A nice man. A nice man. I would have just given you and your sister as much blood as you needed. You just had to ask, and I would have come. You didn't have to do this. Why you could have helped whenever you needed it. Why would you? How could you? How? Why? Tell me. How could you do something so terrible, so cruel? You wouldn't. What do you tell me? You wouldn't tell me. Tell me. You wouldn't do this to 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 me. Nothing personal. I just need your blood. Without it, she'll lose her church. She needs the money. I need some way of getting enough money to keep your church running. So the Lord made me an offer. The Lord? Why, him again. If I brought him the witch with the miracle blood, he could finance a whole new church for her. So don't take it personally. You're gonna be the sacrifice to keep our church from collapsing, to keep our world from collapsing. So don't take it personally, witch. Cheers. The saint's blood and good fortune to all. You're a danged witch wearing a saint's skin. How many times has that line been said? No, I'm not a witch. To cutting off my left arm, the strange-looking man stuffed me into a sack and tied me up and threw me over his shoulder and carried me away somewhere. While he's walking, he muttered at me over his shoulder, explaining where we were going. Apparently a new church run by someone called the Saintess. She was going to give me my blood to patrons of the church, saying it was some kind of miracle elixir. But what was this nameless nun doing, calling herself a Saintess when I was the real saint, and why did it have to be the witch sacrifice for her sake? It didn't make any sense. Most of all, why was the Lord involved? Why did that vicious, cruel, horrible, miserable man have to come back into my life? Why couldn't he just leave me alone? Was that really so hard? Why? He already had his way with me. Why did he have his terrible banquets, his blood sabbaths already? What did he need with more of my blood? Hadn't he already had enough? Did he find out it had real power, so he decided to come back for more? Was that it? He couldn't have just called me the Saintess instead of her. He didn't have them to make me into a witch. Oh, it's because of my face, isn't it? He wanted a pretty face to put on his brand new church, but an ugly scarred face like mine. But that's all she is. She's just pretty. I can perform miracles, but I'm here with my arm cut off and stuffed in a bag. Even slaves are treated better than this. All I wanted was a quiet life, but I have this power, so just wanted to use it to help. That's all. Oh, Father, your trial is too great. I cannot bear it any. I wasn't born to spend my whole life suffering. Okay. About time. There's your witch. Tell me you didn't harm her, dog. Smell blood. You only instructed me not to kill her. Mistakes were made, limbs were lost. Cleaned up all the blood I got on me. No one suspected anything. That you're able to immediately recognize it as the smell of blood. This is quite a bit, Lord. You have killed before, haven't you? Enough yapping. She is alive, yes? Of course. No tears. That's a good girl. Do you really want to be the same if you're crying and blubber like a lowly slave? See, that's not what Jacopo said. I feel like you're misconstruing what he said a little. Like a lowly slave or a whore. Dignified and saintly. That's what I need you to be. Ha 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 ha. Welcome, witch. That's Barnier's spray, right? Like distorted. You'll be giving your blood to all my people now, not only me. Is that you? Oh, do you remember me? What an honor, a truly splendid honor. How could I ever forget? How could I ever forget? All the pain, humiliation you put me through. How could I ever forget the blood sabbaths you so love to hold? Is this gonna be the final episode? Well, of, like, the main part. Haven't done enough, had you? The many scars on every inch of my body wasn't enough for you? You haven't had your fill of my blood? Ha 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 ha. Don't know the great saint remembers the lavish parties I threw for her. Together left quite the impression then. You're the man who bound me, cut me up, called me a witch, and then tried to kill me. I haven't forgotten you for even a moment. It's splendid to hear. Sure, you tried so very hard to cast my memory aside. I wonder. No, still the Lord. What if you saw Jacopo's dialogue if you scrolled up? That'd be pretty cool. Sure, you tried so very hard to cast aside my memory aside. You never could you? You know what that means? They're the scars I left all over you. Run deeper than anything else we've ever experienced. Yeah. Look at that face, so twisted and hideous. But you loathe me. Then you'll never be able to forgive me. I don't care how much my father preaches forgiveness. It's the one thing you'll never get from me. I despise you with all my soul. I revile you with every fiber of my being. For every scar you gave me, I give you a lifetime of hatred. Never, you'll never have my forgiveness. This man, the Lord, destroyed me, mind and body. This man, you in my life. Ha 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 ha. I see. So I'm the one who ruined your life. Why should that concern me? Your words are as insignificant as the chirps of a dying robin. Scream and shout until your throat goes sore. It doesn't change anything. We'll lock their witch up and proceed as planned. I feel like his sprite changed a little there. Oh Father, God of heaven and earth, my life has become nothing, shattered and empty. Torn. Oh, we're back with Jacopo. Good day, Lord Barnier. Not hungry. Need some time to rest, so don't bother me. Yes, sir. Make sure everyone knows, and to stay away from my room. By your command, my lord. Why? Was she the lakeside witch? How could this happen? Oh, I guess we haven't seen the Jacopo meet Mel yet, so that needs to happen. There must be something I can do. Some way to fix this. No, don't fool yourself, you dang buffoon. There's no fixing that. Her arm's been cut off. Her mind broken. If only that Far Eastern dog had been such a dang idiot. She might actually be in proper shape. Frickin' frick! I'm the one who gave the order. The only one to blame for this is me. I spent all god dang day regretting it. There's no taking back what has already been done. Ah, dang it! What the heck am I supposed to do? What can I do? Free her from the tower? I could set her free. A doctor, yes. Find a good doctor. There's no getting her arm back. You could at least patch her up. This is all my fault. So I'll do right by her. Look after her myself. Make sure she's taken care of for the rest of her life. Are you out of your mind, Jacopo? Or don't you want to ever stay with you? Dang it. Can't even stay focused. Gah. What is there to think about, boy? Huh? You already know what you must do. Get out of here, spirit. When will you learn your dang lesson and just stay dead, dang it? The last thing I need is a pathetic ghost constantly sticking his nose in my business. Strong words come from the man who can't even keep his head in the presence of said pathetic ghost. The answer's plain as day, boy. You proceed exactly as planned. Make witch's blood into a miracle elixir and distribute it at the church. You'll take in teeths. What was it trying to say? So as winning the people's favor for supporting their new beloved church. It's a fine scheme. My person came up with it, boy. Silence. That was before I knew she was the witch. What does it matter? The girl's going to be dead soon regardless. Progress and growth, it always comes at a price. You can simply accept that the price has already been paid. Tell me, is the girl worth throwing the entire venture aside? Knowing you'll lose all the goodwill you made to gain from it and more? She's my... A child could tell you which has more value. You bear the weight of this entire land, boy. Don't try to cast that aside because you killed one little girl. She isn't dead. She's still... Surely you can't call that living. She's not... She is. And you killed her. I did not. There's no turning back. Why are you so upset about this, boy? Countless slaves have perished at your command. Yet the slumrats who tried to bite you slaughtered. And only now are you concerned about another's life? Surely you're not still clinging to your naive sentimentality, are you? Oh, but she's different from those disposable sacks of flesh. She's dear to me. We have so many wonderful memories together. I love her. Enough. You've come too far to step down from the throne. No matter how much you may have cared for the girl before, it's out of the question now. You cannot have her. When a nobleman marries, it's for political purposes. Be it connections, resources, appearances. Always something to gain. Taking a nameless peasant girl will make you a laughingstock of the land. So lock her up and drain her until there's nothing left. Shut your dang mouth, accursed spirit. You don't have any idea what you're talking about. You don't know the first thing about how I feel for her. The things we've shared. Wait a minute. What's going on? I like you know any of that. It's almost like you're a figment of my imagination. Huh. Took you long enough, boy. How did I not realize? You were never the kind of man to speak of progress and growth. I like how they did that. This is Jacopo finishing the sentence, but they changed his name to Barnier. That I wasn't. Oh, this is him. Okay. What the heck? What are you? I already told you. I'm the curse known as the Lord of the Land. If you need me to put it into simple terms for your simple mind, I'm your sickness. You're out of your mind. I'm not sick. I'm not the one who's out of his mind, boy. This is the world of madness and disease, but not of spirits. The throne drives all who sit upon it to madness. Power or sanity? Man can only have one. All the faster will his grasp on his mind slip when he has no one to his side to shield him from his enemies. I'm not Jean-Francois Barnier. There's no way for you to banish the spirit. Your mind is broken, on the verge of collapse. There's nothing you can do to stop it. No. No. You're lying. You could free Morgana from the tower. That'd probably help out. My mind is not broken. I am perfectly sane. There's not a grain of madness in me. Tell me, Jacopo, is this the power you've always thought? Huh? Hey, Jacopo! Hey, young Jacopo! Hey, old Jacopo! Is this what you spent day and night fighting to achieve? But how are you... Now you wanted power, in order to protect those you cared most about. But here you are, you're using that power to destroy their lives. Or is power the only thing you care about protecting anymore? Shut up. Is that why I took up the blade for all those years ago? Enough. You don't have any place criticizing me. You're just a stupid child with his head in the clouds. Thinks he can become some kind of hero. If you hadn't been so foolish, I wouldn't begin this place at all. You're right. We chose the wrong path. There's no way for us to get back on the right one any longer. When you could free Morgana from the tower. This wasn't what I had wanted at all. The future I dreamed of. The outcome I had hoped for. But who did I even have to explain that to? Who would I even understand if I tried? There were walls as high as the eye could see on both sides of this path. Forward was the only way I could go. I'd killed my own friends and comrades. Lost everything along the way. But still, I had marched on. Because that was all I could do. And now, power is the only thing that remained in my hands. So I'd make a... How do you say that? Despot? Of myself? Bury all my feelings for her. Continue my march straight into hell. And no other choice. This is around the time Michelle shows up and saves everyone, right? Right? Every day feels like a slog through a swamp with no end in sight. Though I did everything to keep up appearances when I wasn't alone. I masked any trace of my discord beneath a veil of bottomless confidence. Yeah, like, I use Skype! Ha 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 ha! It reached a point where nearly everything I said or did in public was an act. A farce, even. Among the mistakes the Far Eastern dog had made was involving a third party. He was a young man, and there was a considerable possibility he was nobility, but I couldn't simply dispose of the boy until I had more information. Between that and his decision to cut off Morgana's arm, I was looking like quite a fool for thinking I could tame a beast. Though, of course, my biggest mistake was coming up with the scheme in the first place. Soon after locking Morgana up in the tower, I summoned the boy, making it abundantly clear he was not to tell anyone what he knew, and sealing the deal by turning him into a co-conspirator. The boy was irritatingly timid, in part, I presumed, because the dog had already threatened him. All I did to keep him nice and obedient was a stern glare and a few choice words. I hired the dog to be my bodyguard, sending the boy to an administrative supervising post on the new church grounds. Having been originally built as the second manor for the previous lord, the church was still more mansion than the church, which meant that there's an abundance of rooms for the boy to stay in. I then summoned the scientists there to service the face of the church. She was summoned to remain on grounds all day. And at night, she would stay in a cottage at a safe distance from the church. I also informed her that I stored my money and valuables in the observation tower, and she would be charged with treason if she trespassed. She was naturally a trusting woman. She seemed grateful for everything I was doing for her, so I doubted she would spill anything. Though even if she did, 3 keys were required to enter the tower. One held by me, one by the dog, and one by the boy. So all 3 of us were in this until the witch died. I had one of my aides dig around for information on the noble boy. Mel was his name. Claimed he had been banished from his home, but I couldn't just take him at his word. I had to be absolutely sure, so that when the witch died, I could eliminate him. The dog too, of course. No one who knew anything could be allowed to live. That said, it seemed like he could put up a better fight than the boy, so I'd have to be a little more careful in choosing how to take him out. I wasn't too worried, though. I was the Lord, after all. So long as that much didn't change, I could do just about anything. Once I started distributing the miracle elixir, the church's following grew far quicker than I had experienced. Numerous reports of people being cured by diseases spread through the city. Before long, even the healthy came seeking its powers. Every smiling face that walked out of the chapel put another black stain on my spirit. Her blood really was miraculous. And it was then that I understood why the last Barney had held all those banquets. He wasn't just torturing the little girl. He was feasting on miracles. Now that word was spreading, and I knew all the rumors were true, I lost my final escape route. The plan failing entirely because her blood was just ordinary blood. Forward was the only route that remained. One day, the Far Eastern dog said to me, "Everything is proceeding exactly as you said it would, Lord." I didn't believe in miracles. Seeing all this has tempted me to change my mind. You're right. One girl's life is indeed a worthy exchange. I wasn't sure how I responded. Though by that point, I actually just rattled off a bitter snark and insults reflexively in response to anything. So presumably, I called the dog a dog and perhaps giving a laugh. Still got your ukulele? That's a ukulele, right? Most nights... Wait, that's Yukimasa! I get it! Most nights I could no longer sleep without the aid of alcohol. Pretty sure none of it was poison. Spent a lot of time throwing it back up regardless. Barney's cackling echoed in my chambers. The world twisted and contorted. Quite frankly, I was considering taking my own life. But I wanted to let myself run away from what I had done. What I was doing to her. I said I would continue my march straight down to hell. That was exactly what I planned to do. Again and again I repeated to myself. I feel nothing for her. I never loved her. She's just another faceless peasant. I have no memories of my past life. The days turned to months, and soon spring was upon us. Ooh. I think if I call it here, the next one can be the finale without going over an hour long. This scene just changed. Let's go 2 in the tower, so this is going to be white-haired girl stuff. He said it changed to spring, so we still have a little bit to go, I think. Like, we're going to see her curse everyone, and then everyone die horribly, presumably. And I haven't forgotten. I have not forgotten. We never got... Maria wrote the thing in the basement. I still have the picture. Hold on. Hold on. What funny name I can save this as .png. It's not written in English, but my native language. It's not modern. It's really archaic. Why on earth would an old form of my country's language be carved into the floor of a mansion built here in the New World? Most of it is ineligible. I can make out one section. Our lives. Our life shall be forfeit to the witch's curse. Nevertheless, we must lay bare those with sin upon their souls, for the redemption of those whom are pure. Should you mean not to dispel your curse, we implore you, old witch, to mark with it only their bloodlines, the blood of the sinners, close to those who dwelt within this house, but not I. So I'm waiting for Maria to write that. Or Jacopo. It could be either one. I'm not sure. But I'm going to call it there. Next one is almost certainly going to be the finale of like the main story. I'm going to do it all in one night. Well, all of part 2 in one night. Like, it started there. Now I'm here. Huh. Got through it a lot faster than part 1. I can tell you that. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.